Hello everyone, I'm Eric Boyd. I'll be reading my story, Examination. I would be nervous, but I think I'm going to be amused. I see a lot of you have my book, and this is an excerpted version, so you're all going to be scrambling to find out which version I'm reading. Examination. I've always hated my face. The overall effect is alright, an alright face that's probably very easily dismissed. I've kept my hair wild and my mustache thin, but none of it seems like enough. I wanted to be my own disguise. For a long time I'd wish someone would break my nose, but after a while I settled on getting eyeglasses. It seemed easier. I had the idea while I was in the county jail. I would get jail glasses. I wouldn't be me. I'd be some other person. I called my girl Lucy to let her know what I was planning. "But don't you have those reading glasses that the chapel gave you?" Lucy asked. "Yeah, the one preacher, Father Mother, he gave me a pair for helping him lift some boxes, but those broke." "Father Mother, why they call him back?" I don't. Everyone just does. He's a biker for Christ or something, but he's a bad mother, so he's Father Mother. Don't ask me, I don't know. Lucy laughed, and it felt good to hear it. She put $50 onto my commissary funds that night. I filled out a pink sick-slip asking to see the eye doctor. Weeks passed. I should have known how long it would take to get a response. One inmate was told he'd need chemotherapy within 2 weeks or he'd be too far gone to have a shot. He was released to a hospital 7 weeks later. I just wanted glasses. I had no chance. The temptation of blowing the $50 was driving me crazy. I just wanted to spend it on potato chips and Tang. It was becoming greater each day. I was losing weight and I was going mad. I had so many unanswered questions, prayers. Glasses would help. Tang would help. Debit phone calls and letters and masturbation would help. Oh, nothing helped. A month went by and I was finally called for my appointment. A guard escorted me to the elevator, then left me alone to wait for it. The door to the elevator opened, and I walked in. There was a camera mounted in the far corner, pointed at me. I looked at it. I hit the button for floor 5, the clinic. Nothing happened. 5. Nothing. 5. Nothing. I heard noise all of a sudden, static. I noticed a squawk box next to the buttons. "Where are you going?" the elevator asked, a lot of noise in between each word. I said nothing. I've always made it a point not to speak to machines, especially when I don't know who's on the other end. "Hear me?" it asked, annoyed. I looked at the camera in the far corner and made a 5 with my hand. "Okay, The static wailed until the elevator door shut completely, and I started going up. There were constant, mysterious bumps and farts and clicks. The pull cable sounded very strained. Almost every week there were announcements throughout the jail about the elevators being down for repair. I reached the 5th floor, and my heart hadn't exploded yet. As the door opened, I gave a thumbs up to the camera. Static started again and the door started to close. I had to squeeze out quickly to escape. I will never irritate an elevator again, I thought. The waiting area was nearly full. The room smelled like meat. A few of the inmates waiting around had terrible shakes, and they all sat talking about how they hoped to be seen by one doctor in particular. He always understood, always helped. He was the good doctor. When I sat, everyone looked at me. A very thin inmate smiled at me strangely. An officer sat next to the front desk reading a newspaper. "Fucking niggers," he said, flipping the page. "Where are the comics anyway?" Everyone around me stared at the officer. "Hey, bro," the young inmate started to say before the officer come off. "What? There a problem, you stick fuck?" The officer stared at the thin inmate. "Well," he continued, "anybody got a problem?" No one said anything, and we all sat there for a long time. There was no music and nothing to read. From my seat, I could peer into the dentist's room, but only at the dentist, hunched over, and the patient's feet hanging from the reclining chair. We all watched. One would squirm, the other would jolt back. One would make a fist, and the other would grab the arm of the chair. Then the dentist jerked, and the patient gave a muffled yelp. I saw something fall down the floor with a click, click, click as it bounced out of sight. The patient got up, shook the dentist's hand, and walked to the front desk. "Motherfuckers," he said, his mouth stuffed with bloody cotton. "They won't even let me keep my tooth." The receptionist nodded. "You know you can't keep it. It's against the rules." "What will I do with it? Escape?" "Don't forget to sign out," the receptionist nodded. "Escape with a tooth." "Sorry." "What the fuck is wrong with this place? I hate this place." Yeah, we all hate it," the officer next to the desk chuckled. "What floor are you going to, boy?" "Toe." As the patient walked out of the clinic, another one was called into the dentist's room, but the dentist shut the door, and there was nothing to do again. I started reading different medical posters on the wall. Someone got up to use the bathroom. Something banged against the door of the dentist's room. The officer at the front desk farted, and I ripped the cuticle from my pointer finger, and it bled. A few people signed out. Others entered and signed in. I almost fell asleep. Then my name was called. The eye doctor is very pale, but robust. We didn't say much to each other. I liked that. He smelled like cigars. I was jealous. I faked my way through the exam, but not because my vision was perfect. The smaller letters were blurry, but the chart the eye doctor had me read was the same line every time. EVCDTPO. 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 I faked my way through it. Shit. Oh, pardon my French. U? Is that you? Then COTP? Maybe Q? A little nearsighted, the doctor said. Pretty common. 3 weeks later, I received my glasses. I put them on, and as soon as I opened the box, someone walking by shouted, "Hey, it's Clark Kent!" I hadn't even seen myself yet, but already I was Superman. A perfect disguise. I smiled, but then I thought to myself, no, I don't even need eyeglasses, not really. Wearing them wouldn't change my face. I felt my nose, and it still wasn't broken. But everything was broken. When I put the glasses on, I saw how weak the prescription was. It was a joke, but it was enough, I thought. I could see differently. Things looked a little different. That night, I dreamed I was in my old apartment, in the bathroom. I was looking at my reflection in the tub, and I was naked. Lucy was also in the reflection, but when I turned around to see her, she wasn't there. I looked at the reflection again, and I was dressed. My glasses were on. Maybe it wasn't my reflection, actually. I think it was. If so, my face looked very handsome. I looked like somebody else. I left the bathroom and went into my writing room because I smelled something. The desk drawer was open, filled with half-smoked cigars. A lot of them were still smoldering, crackling, and glowing, punched out. They were very beautiful. They looked like black daisies.
That's great shit, man. That's great.